Alright, this is Jeep Update 52, and 52 is all about parts. Now I got two groups of parts here. I got some what I call fun parts, the cool stuff that I'm going to use to dress up the motor, and then I've got some mechanical parts necessary for the conversion of the 350 V8 into the Jeep. So let's check them out. Alright, let's start with the fun stuff first. So these are the valve covers that I got for the motor. 7 choices of colors. Every color but red, which is what I wanted. So there, I got black, and I may end up having these painted, but I'm not sure. Alright, to match these valve covers, I got the same series oil filler cap, breather, got a billet PCV valve for the valve cover there, same series air cleaner, 14-inch air cleaner, pretty cool looking. Alright, so this is a billet aluminum thermostat housing, and picked that up at Summit. Let me show you guys real quick the one they gave you with this motor, because it just doesn't compare to this one at all. Alright, there's the one that came with the motor, and then there's the new one side by side. Huge difference, huge improvement. Alright, there's my starter, because my motor didn't come with one, even though in the picture it showed it had one. Also picked that up at Summit as well. There's a Summit Water Pup, all aluminum, polished, and it's a beauty. I really like it. Thing's going to look great in that motor. Alright, so I'm not going to show you every single one of these, but this is a March serpentine belt pulley system for a small block Chevy. And that thing looks great too. So all these components on the front of the motor, the water pump, the alternator, all this stuff's going to look really, really good. Alright, kind of the last thing I want to show you here as far as the fun parts is that alternator. So that alternator is a Power Master alternator, and I did go with a chrome, even though that is not my favorite thing. I just didn't want a plain looking alternator, and I thought about buying one plain and just painting it black. But that's what I ended up going with, and got to be honest with you, I don't regret it. That thing looks sharp. Looks really, really good. Alright, so these parts here are all the, this is the hydraulic clutch. Part of the assembly there. This is my transmission mount. It's pretty heavy duty. Fuel pump. Alright, in this box are the motor mounts, and these are the Novak motor mounts. They come with instructions. Also have the instructions online. Whoops. Hardware. And then the actual motor mount themselves. And this is a 3-piece motor mount, and I'll figure out how they go together. This is the piece that welds to the frame, and it is a weld-in installation. It's got to be 1/4 inch thick, so that's going to push the limits of what my little welder can do, but it can do it. And then they tell you to fill in all those holes and weld those holes in, and that helps create a really strong mount. So that'll be one of the challenges of this project, but I don't think too bad, and I'm pretty confident in my welding skills enough to do this. So looking forward to that part of it. Alright, last but not least is the aluminum radiator. This is also a product that Novak Conversion sells, and it is really cool. So it's got an integrated shroud. I don't know how well you can see in there, but it's got an integrated shroud and a built-in fan to help keep that motor cool. It's all aluminum, welded. It's just really, really sharp. Kind of see the back of it there. So that is really going to look good up against those all those pulleys and some of the dress-up items that I'm doing on that motor. Alright, one of the really cool parts that goes along with this radiator is this overflow tank, and it's polished aluminum. Matches the radiator, and bolts, I believe, on the same bolts that the radiator mounts on. So that's going to look pretty cool sitting right next to the radiator.
All right, so that's a crap load of parts, and all those will go on the motor, and they're going to look great. The part that I didn't show you were the headers, and that's because the headers are back ordered. With a project like this, the headers are critical because I need those to be mounted on the engine so that I can ensure that they clear the frame rails on each side when we mock up the engine and try to test fit it into the Jeep. So I'm waiting on the headers, and the best estimate that I'm getting from Novak is about a week and a half. So that's going to be a little bit of a delay, not having those and not being able to put the motor in until we get the headers bolted on. So delays like this are going to happen, obviously, when you're doing a build like this, and you just got to kind of roll with it. You can't get pissed off about it. It doesn't do you any good, and you just got to work to either hurry up and wait, or work to find an issue, to find a solution to the issue that you have. And if you like this video, you like the content of the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.